You want to get in the groove? Mask up to get down, and make sure you stay 6 feet from stardom. Today, on a special edition of A Place of Our Own, we're giving our own budget-friendly yet star-studded salute to a much younger and younger at heart class of 2021. Hey, I'm Pete Charles Sesko, and welcome to Thrift Store Rundown's Place of Our Own. This Place of Our Own was designed just for you, parents, teachers, and caregivers of all ages and all stages, be they millennials, Generation Zers, or baby boomers. Anyone who wants to bring Hollywood to the classroom on a budget. As you know, every interaction you have with your favorite celebrity or fellow fan and friend is a very important learning opportunity that you can apply to your everyday life. So when it comes to educating yourself about the wonderful world of pop culture, TSR is committed to helping you make the grade. That's why we are your first and coolest teacher. Welcome to Newport Green Park here in Jersey City. More specifically, the Urban Beach area, showcasing almost all the amenities you'd expect of a fine beach. The sand in between your toes, the beach umbrellas with fine shade, the beach chairs, the beach bags, gorgeous ocean views, or in this case, waterfront views, and exclusive for this beach, ongoing construction of beachfront apartments, luxury lofts, people. So if you hear any noise, that's probably why. TSR is coming to you from this prime and private piece of real estate for a special edition of the show, saluting the elementary and middle school graduates of 2021. Yes, on TV, on the web, in movies, we tend to place a lot more hype on high school and college graduates. But I think we should shine the spotlight equally brightly on the younger ones. Those who had their world turned upside down more than most. Last year, when the coronavirus pandemic nearly robbed all the kids of the world of a proper childhood. Yet, most soldiered on and went on to become remote graduates of their respective classes at home. So to those graduates, I want to say one thing. First, a tip of the cap. And also, there's so much you're going to need to learn about the new real world we all live in once you eventually graduate and move on to the next stage of your academic life. Sometimes, sadly, that doesn't necessarily equate to stuff that you'll want to learn about the real world when you do eventually move on. That's where we come in. Our primary mission here at TSR's Place of Our Own is to equip you with the coolest resources made possible by the coolest educators and teachers that you might recognize from film, TV, and especially on the web. So that when you experience the final sunset of summer vacation and prep for the new back-to-school season in September, you'll be equipped with everything you need to know to become too cool for school and truly become the head of any class. Heretofore, you'll be seeing a series of 5 reviews that focus on a myriad of subjects. Number 1, home economics. Number 2, crafting or workshop. Number 3, cosmetology. And number 4, finance. All of it hopefully backed up by a really cool soundtrack that you'll be bopping to throughout the entire video. Children deserve the best start in life that we can give them. That especially applies to their academic and social lives. So what do you say we hit 2 birds with 5 stones on one seriously cool graduation edition of the Thrift Store Rundown's Place of Our Own.
I'm Isabella Girasoli.
I'm Olivia Girasoli.
I'm 13 years old.
And I'm 11 years old.
And we are the Spatulata Girls.
Spatulata is a webcast where kids teach kids how to cook. The website is aimed at kids, but it's basically for all ages.
We made pesto pasta today, and it's a basil sort of sauce.
It's like a spread. Mm-hmm. So there's garlic, of course, basil, pine nuts and Parmesan cheese and
olive oil.
Of course, olive oil. And it's really creamy, kind of spicy, but it's really, really good.
I find that kids are more willing to eat something that they've made, and actually the color is, makes a lot of kids want to eat stuff, especially when you make fun stuff out of it.
We really want kids to know that food doesn't come from a box and that you can make it all by yourself. And that it's really fun. It's not a chore.
And with that, we come to our first home economics lesson by reviewing the Spatulata Cookbook, recipes for kids by kids from the James Beard Award-winning Spatulata.com website and its hosts, co-authors of the book, Sisters Isabella and Olivia Girasoli. This scholastic publication was purchased for $3.99 and for a discount. I find that teaching kids how to do things right is a terrific way to go because they're learning from their peers at a level that they understand, and that in turn will give them more motivation and more confidence to be more hands-on with their learning. And trust me, you will want to get hands-on with this cookbook if you want to learn how to cook. This cookbook features a basic rundown of all the equipment and tools you'll need to get started in the kitchen, plus a glossary of cooking terms and helpful safety tips. The recipes are organized by season, with the exception of vegetarian recipes and snacks. It starts off with an introduction explaining how they got motivated into becoming the young cooks and forming the Spatulata.com website. So we had the summer recipes to highlight here, called beef, Rita dogs. Say that 5 times fast. Rita dogs, Rita dogs, Rita dogs, Rita dogs, Rita dogs. That's a tongue twister. And sweet potato pie. Well, pronouncing the names of recipes however easy they are to pronounce for you is one thing. Making them and eating them is a whole other deal. And there'll be no problems here. So here we have Papa's Pesto. The photographs by Anxiety 6, by the way, really do provide helpful illustrations for step-by-step instructions. So you can nail any of these recipes to a T. Caprese salad, blueberry pie, Kobe beef, Wiener Weedy dogs. How adorable do they look? Wiener Weedy dogs. Pot recipe, pot crafting project. Edible crafting project. End of summer salad. And strawberry rosebuds. Will you accept these strawberry rosebuds? I doubt anybody wouldn't. Bell's bestest barbecue sauce. And sweet potato pie. Finally, berry dip and roll. Now, some of the recipes come from the Girasoli sisters. Others come from family and friends of the Girasoli sisters. And some notes actually come from the video producer, Galen Emazarian. Now let's highlight some snacks. By the way, at the end of each chapter, you can write down some notes in the recipe notes sections so that you can highlight your favorite recipes, your not so favorite recipes, if you do dislike any of them, and what steps you would do differently if the recipes didn't come out your way. Because hey, if you make a mistake, there's no need to fuss about it. You learn from your mistake, you correct the mistake the next time you try out the recipe, and you move forward. Here are some satisfying snack recipes if you plan on attending summer school and need something to nosh on at the summer school. Taco A-Go-Go, fruit kebabs, Tuscan bean dip, tropical celery boats, instant onari sushi, and Chef Jorge's guacamole. Along the way, you'll be seeing many thought bubbles from the Girasoli sisters, which explain to you their thoughts about the recipes and the development process, and the virtues of making each recipe and serving them for a party, for an after-school function, whatever occasion suits you best. Any children's cookbook that I buy here has to be vibrant, it has to be colorful, it has to be easy to read and understand for kids, and for all ages, it has to be a breeze to read. It's gotta be fun. And this cookbook definitely fits all that criteria and then some. This, by the way, is actually my introduction to Spatulata.com. And while the website is still up, the Giannisoli sisters are no longer making new videos on that website or their companion YouTube channel, which is sad. And I will link their YouTube channel below if you want to check them out in action. They were also featured and highlighted many times on TV, like on the PBS Kids series Biz Kids. So, they definitely got around while their website was still active. This retails for $16.99 in the US and, let's see, $19.99 in Canada. Become the chef of your family with the stars of Spatulata, cooking for kids online. More than 50 fun recipes by season, including the buddy salad, a black bean chili, and extra easy fudge. There's also plenty of holiday recipes in here too. Easy to follow step-by-step instructions and photos, special sections for vegetarians and snack foods, and basic cooking skills and a glossary. This is a full plate of knowledge that I think anybody would consume in a New York minute. And it gets all 5 claps. As a parent, you definitely feel most victorious when you serve your kid a nutritious and delicious meal or snack, and they ask of you, more please. I think that's definitely indicative of all of us wishing just how much there was a lot of Spatulata to go around now more than ever. Still ahead, kid-friendly but chic hairstyle ideas and tips from a stylist to the starlets of the stars. But coming up next, tasty treats for the tummies and the ears from a familiar family-friendly face who's got good taste in more ways than one. Now that the coronavirus pandemic is settling down, at least here in New Jersey, unlike the construction noise that is beyond my control, graduation parties are starting to rise up once again. So naturally, they call for a soundtrack that all ages will be dancing to long into the wee hours of the morning. At least for the older ones. Don't forget the young ones still need their sleep. So this sets the viewers off, believe it or not, Rachel Ray's Too Cool for School mixtape for kids. Yes, he calls it a mixtape because mixtapes were the soundtracks of her youth growing up. Like the Walkmans and portable cassette players that you fell in love with back in the old days. Either way, this was purchased for $1.49 and was supposed to come with a game piece that would give me a chance to win a ticket to a talk show in New York. This copy did not have a game piece, and quite frankly, it doesn't really matter because right now, she's not taping a talk show in a studio. She's taping from a guest home alongside her husband John Cusimano in upstate New York. Her old cabin home in upstate New York burned to the ground last year. Nobody was injured, but a lot of memories were reduced to a pile of ashes. That home is now being rebuilt. We have here a dozen songs from artists that actually kids might not recognize. Okay, maybe a couple of artists, and I'll tell you where you can recognize those artists from so it'll be more easier for you to understand. They would be Taj Mahal with song number 7, Shake Sugaree. Taj Mahal sang the theme song for Peep and the Big Wide World on Discovery Kids. The most recognizable of the bunch would be Puppy Amiyumi with song 11, Joining a Fan Club. If you've listened to the Teen Titans theme song, which is an awesome theme for an equally awesome show, you've heard of Puppy Amiyumi. And more importantly, if you saw their show on Cartoon Network, yes, they had their own show on Cartoon Network, live action and animation, you've heard of Puppy Amiyumi. They are a really great girl group. The rest of the dozen songs are as follows: The Rocketeens, Woohoo, The Boy Least Likely To, Be Gentle With Me, Blackbird by Sarah McLachlan, Harry Nilsson's Tokens, The Tokens with The Lion Sleeps Tonight, The Dog Song by Nellie McKay, stupid construction noise, Rocky Raccoon by The Persuasions, Little Red Riding Hood by Sam the Sham and the Ferals, Banana Boat Song, Day-O by Harry Belafonte, Day-O, Day-O, and the quirkiest choice yet for this soundtrack, Mercedes-Benz by Janis Joplin. Really? Hey Rachel, are you trying to make this, quote, mixtape too cool for school so that some kids might not understand your intentions? If that's the case, you better find some different songs for the next time you attempt such an endeavor. The only thing that would definitely make this even more Rachel-esque is that if her husband, guitarist for the Quins, the rock band, John Cusimano, contributed the original song. He, by the way, composed the theme song for his wife's talk show. This is from Epic Records, and what makes this even more unique, in a good way, it's actually 3 recipes included in the pamphlet. They are kitchen cacciatore ravioli stew, fish in a sack, and crunchy baked oven chicken toes. Oven-baked chicken toes. I guess her extra kid-friendly version of chicken nuggets or popcorn chicken. It also features a promo for her 2-4-6-8 30-minute meal cookbook. Great meals for couples or crowds, which, by the way, I do own. For Rachel A ringtones and digital wallpapers, contact your local mobile carrier. When I was a kid, in the days before computer downloads and MP3s, the mixtape was the coolest way to have a collection of your favorite music. And even better than making your own mixtape was if another boy or girl gave you one. That meant they really liked you. I believe that we get less smart as we are older. So kids are the smartest people I know. I love cooking with kids and dancing with kids, so this is my mixtape to you. With an adorable photo of Rachel in her days of her youth. So that's Rachel Ray's Too Cool for School mixtape for kids, which might be a little too cool for some. It will be your grade either way for this soundtrack. One of 2 mixtapes that Rachel has, by the way, that I know of. I saw another mixtape of hers for Christmas. I think I'll stick with the one for back to school season or for summer vacation, because really, this definitely fits well for summer vacation than it does for the back to school season in September. So I'm going to give it a fair but still great 4.5 out of 5 claps. Either way, you gotta give it up to Rachel for cooking up a little variety for the soundtracks of our lives. Still to come, giving craft services a fun new meeting with the help of 2 of the funnest and funniest craftspeople of comedy. But coming up next, how to make your princess daughter feel like an heir to the popularity throne.
I'm Cozy Friedman. I'm the founder and CEO of Cozy's Cuts for Kids and So Cozy Hair Care for Children, and now the author of Cozy's Complete Guide to Girls' Hair. We've been in business for nearly 20 years. We've seen thousands of girls come through our doors. We've seen every kind of hairstyle, every kind of hair question you could possibly ever want to know. I'm sharing with you 20 years worth of experience, tips, and our salon's best kept secrets. There's so much to know, everything from when does baby get a first haircut to how to do a French braid or a chignon for a special event. There's beautiful photography so they can see the different looks. There's gorgeous illustrations, very easy, very clear, step by step. We have a whole section of hairstyles that take less than 5 minutes. So easy, so cute. This book is different than any other book that's out there. It teaches you what is your hair type, what tools do I need, how do I work with it, and for each hairstyle in here, there's a key so you can reference what would work for you. I want girls to feel good about themselves, and I want to help empower parents to bring out the natural beauty of their girls inside as well as outside, and this book will help you do that.
For this next class, Cozy Friedman is definitely one of the foremost experts in letting your child feel a little more cozy with the hair that God gave him. After all, their white hairstyle today means no good memories gone tomorrow. So, if you and your child are attending a graduation party or any party this summer, and your child wants to look like the belle of the ball or a mini beach bombshell, wherever it may be, don't fret. This class was made for you. This is Cozy's Complete Guide to Girls' Hair. The cutest cuts and sweetest hairstyles to do at home, co-authored by Cheryl Buck and purchased for $2.99 and for a discount. Save money by cutting hair at home. Stress-free 5-minute styles. The hot braid, the ballerina chignon, 2 more fanciful affairs for your child's hair. Care for every hair type, including those of African American and Asian women's hair types. And finally, picture perfect use for all occasions. This is a really thorough and articulate book, even though I am no beauty guru. I rarely do any beauty videos, any wardrobe videos, any hair care videos, so I was hesitant in punching this. But internally, it was definitely very charming to read and definitely adorable. And surprisingly, thoroughly practical. It's so thorough that what you're going to get in here is really a complete rundown of the different types of hairstyles that your daughter could be born with. And again, that includes those of African American and Asian hairstyles. So this would definitely be a stylish way to stop the African American and Asian hate. Activism can be cool, folks. Anyway, you'll learn about all types of hairstyles, straight, curly, and wavy, and everything else in between, and the right tools, accessories, shampoos, and conditioners required to take care of your daughter's hair. Plus what to do in case of hair emergencies. Rest assured, there are no harebrained schemes in here. This is real, practical, helpful advice by one of the leading experts in the field. Formal events like weddings, bar mitzvahs, first communions, and holiday parties call for special styles that are a bit more fancy than everyday looks. Just as you spend time picking out the perfect dress and shoes, you should also spend time selecting your hairstyle that suits the occasion and your child. Little girls love updos and accessorizing hair. Usually anything that presents princess or ballerina is bound to be a hit. Older girls like sophisticated styles to mimic mom or Hollywood glamour. Play dress up before the big day. Have your child get decked out in her outfit and practice the style on her to see if you can do it and how long it will last. So there are a few styles to highlight here. The ballerina chignon, which is more suitable for long hair, straight, wavy, and curly long hair. Every hairstyle tells you the equipment you'll need, how long the hairstyle will take to complete, and the step-by-step instructions. Plus, Jennifer Playford's helpful graphical illustrations. Here we have the ponytail veil on the right. It's also called a spider's web. And this is one of Alexander Wroblewski's photographs detailing the final product. The wraparound, which I think is the most elegant of all the special occasion styles, this works for medium and long hair, straight, wavy, and curly. It's definitely Hollywood glamour inspired. The French twist, definitely more exotic, if you will. It was the trend during the Victorian era, and it looks stylish still to this day. This will work for medium and long hair, straight, wavy, and curly. And you get some tips on how to make your child's hair even more picture perfect. Whether you have a newborn, a toddler, or a 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, so on and so forth, you'll want to keep this complete guide to hair care around. Step-by-step cutting and styling from the acclaimed Salon for Kids. Cozy Friedman, as you know, is also a stylist to the starlets of the stars, the children of many celebrities. So, I guess I didn't regret buying this after all. This retails for $15.95 in the US and is an Artisan Books publication, which is an imprint of Workman Publishing. And for its practicality and adorableness that permeates every page and every hairstyle, 5 claps are awarded. If only Cozy knew what to do with the hair of the dog that bit me. Later, every penny saved can be a penny earned, but it can also be pennies frozen in time, thanks to everyone's favorite doctor. And I'm not talking Phil or Drew. But up next, making arts and crafts not only fun again, but also funny again. Now time to turn the world on to a paper mache smile. For most kids and their parents, crafting is one of the most fun ways to take a nothing day and suddenly make it seem all worthwhile. Especially if you have this book to help you along. This is the Making It Guide to Crafting, from the creators of the most family-friendly reality competition series on television, NBC's Making It. Co-hosted and co-executive produced by Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman, who provides the foreword. This features 25 projects, faster crafts and master crafts, aka elimination crafts. This is still a reality competition show, by the way. All inspired by your favorite contestants, the makers from the show. This was purchased for $3.99. If you're going to give your child something to congratulate them on graduating elementary school or middle school, yeah, a gift card to Amazon or Chuck E. Cheese or their favorite toy store, that'll work, but it just won't strike the emotional level. But on the other hand, if you give your child a Hallmark gift card that says congratulations or congratulations, emphasis on the grad pun for graduates, yeah, that'll work in a pinch, but there's not a lot of honor to it. You've gotta and gonna make something after all. And this is the book that should help you out. I'm going to highlight a few crafts for you to give you some inspiration. Mainly faster crafts. The first craft that the contestants are tasked with crafting. And for every craft that is mastered, they earn a maker's badge. So naturally, the first craft we're going to focus on is making your own master maker patches. What better award for a job well done than a patch? At the end of each of the Making It challenges, the winning maker is awarded a patch to wear as a crafty badge of honor. Luckily, you don't have to go on a crafting competition to earn your own. You'll need your very own patch designs, a printer, a printable heat transfer vinyl for dark fabrics, scissors, a canvas, dish towel, napkin, iron, embroidery floss, and red, yellow, and orange, and a needle. So, some of the supplies, if not most of the supplies for a lot of these crafts, you might find inside your own home. And others, you might need to make a quick trip to the craft supply store to procure those items. But hey, they should be easy to obtain. Along the way, you'll be seeing maker spotlights, profiles of each of the contestants, and how they got inspired to make it. Next, we have piano party, favors and invitations. If you want to invite a kid to a graduation party or any party this summer, homemade invitations are definitely the way to go. And you can definitely make them more fiesta-like with these favors and invitations. Very clever 3D invitations. This is one of the faster crafts. You'll need scissors, a 7-inch paper plate, hot glue gun filled with glue, confetti candy or invitations and messages for filling, a crepe band or tissue paper in red and green, and black cardstock. So each craft gives you the supplies you'll need and the instructions for assembling these crafts. Many of the instructions, many of the steps the kids can help out with. So definitely you'll want to get your kids involved in making some of these crafts. More of the simple, safer step-by-step instructions they can do here. You'll be the ones to handle the hot glue guns and the scissors and all the other stuff of that like. So definitely this requires some parent supervision. Next up, a dream home piggy bank. No offense to the piggy banks we all used in our younger days, but grown-ups can use an inspiring place to save too. These are the supplies you'll need, and I'm showing you this to tease the next item, which will be our last item to review for this video. And as you saw, it is indeed a Doctor Who talking TARDIS money bank. The first Doctor Who item I have ever reviewed in TSR history, so stay tuned for that. Some of the step-by-step instructions actually come with photographs, so they're easier to follow. In keeping with our home economics lesson to kick off this episode, we're going to show you some felt food creations. Although really, if you break it down, that's a project for everyone. As the wind keeps blowing these pages, you see these hexagon wall cells. You can also make terrariums, your own homemade pillows, anything that suits your fancy. You are what you eat. Have you ever thought about what food best represents you? You can make a felt pizza, taco, cheeseburger, ice cream, and even ice pops. Definitely kid-friendly. And while these aren't edible, they definitely look adorable. And, I believe, are quite easy to assemble. Yes, this is geared towards adults. Really, they don't specify an age range for certain people to enjoy this. So, really anyone can make any of the crafts in here and feel proud of doing so. Now on to the master crafts. And you're seeing a lot of variety in these master crafts. But what I want to show you in here is the food truck. It may seem like child's play, but we have to talk about how awesome this food truck is. It's made with cardboard and is perfect for pairing with felt food. This simple food truck design can be decorated to serve whatever culinary creations your kiddos come up with, edible and non-edible. No reservations required. Full of all the inspiration, techniques, and ideas you'll need to DIY your heart out. Roll up your sleeves, warm up your glue guns, and let's get ready to make it. This comes with praise from A.D. Pola and one of the two judges of making it, Simon Doonan. Dana Isom Johnson of Etsy provides the introduction. She is another one of the making it judges. This retails for $24.99 in the US and $31.99 in Canada, and is an Abrams publication. If you want to get crafty to the highest degree, well, if you ever buy this book, looks like you'll make it. This gets 4.5 out of 5 claps for failing to acknowledge the viewers. Shame on Liz Welker for failing to acknowledge them. And as far as I'm concerned, for any kid who wants to enter the field of crafting, this is one book that's going to blow them away. Next, saving those pennies from heaven to save up for better times ahead, especially if you want to travel back in time to those happier moments of school, or if you want to go forward with your summer vacation plans. There once was a man they called Dr. Who, and if you ever met him, oh how I envy you. If you consider yourself a time travel sad, then look no further, for he is your man. Yeah, I had to go on Dr. Seuss on this one because, well, Geisel, it looks like we're not in Whoville anymore. No, this is Whoville of a different kind. Introducing Dr. Who to the thrift store rundown. I'm reviewing the TARDIS Talking Money Bank from Underground Toys, officially licensed by the BBC, and purchased for $4.99 from the Salvation Army thrift store in Paterson, New Jersey. This features a flashy TARDIS lantern light here on the top, with actual speech and sound effects, and opening front doors. Although, as you can see here, even though this is still inside the box, the white door here actually broke, and I don't get why. Somebody must have been fumbling around with this way too much and never even bothered to open it, which is just wrong. Oh well. I am the doctor. I'm showing you the box from all sides because once I take this out, you're not going to see the box again. This requires 3 AAA batteries, which are not included, but it also contains an instruction sheet. TARDIS, if you don't know what TARDIS is, stands for Time and Relative Dimension and Space, and looks just like a wooden police phone box from the 1950s on the outside, but is of infinite proportions on the inside. This incredible time machine is piloted by the Doctor. Make that plenty of doctors throughout its, I don't know, over 50, 60-year run. This is the longest running sci-fi series in the history of television. A mysterious Time Lord, and it's able to transport him anywhere through time and space, disappearing in one place and reappearing somewhere new. Trust me, I'm the Doctor. Now, I've never watched 1 second of Doctor Who, so it really is fairly new to me. But I am committed to giving any and all new items on TSR, new shows that I'm introducing to you on the channel, fair and just shots and reviews. So while I get this open, this is what you're going to get if you own the TARDIS Talking Money Bank already.
I'll tell you what's in that box. It's a time machine. It also travels in space.
Behold, the TARDIS Talking Money Bank in all of its nostalgic science fiction glory. I had to fix the door on the right myself so that it would open. So yeah, that was one of the fixes I had to fix. But hey, you press on the doors and they do open. They're the only doors that do, the ones on the front. Everything else is just stationary. I love the stenciling and the detailing here, making this look like a police call box from the 50s in London. Here on the back you have your speaker unit. At the bottom is a little wheel door that you can turn to retrieve your money. You just open like this to collect your coins and your cash. And then if you want to screw it closed, just insert the wheel back and re-screw it closed like that. This is your battery compartment. You're going to have to screw this open to insert or remove your 3 AAA batteries, which I do not have. Hey, if this thing works, I will definitely give it 4.5 out of 5 claps. But for the imperfection in the beginning, it's going to get 4. Here's the lantern and the top, which lights up. And this is the little slot that you would insert your coins or your folded up dollar bills. And hopefully, this thing will make noise when you do insert any money, any currency into this box. This is the instruction sheet. Double-sided, by the way. This gives you instructions for putting the batteries in the battery compartment for your TARDIS money bank to work, looking after your money bank, troubleshooting its safety concerns, and closing your TARDIS money bank. And again, it gets 4 claps. If this thing lights up, if and when I do insert the batteries, I will let you know, and I will give it 4.5. I can't give it 5 because of the imperfection in the beginning. Now, I'm no Pete Townsend, but I gotta ask you, Underground Toys, the manufacturers of this toy, who are you to be designing such cool British-inspired products like this for the young and the young at heart? I just might start watching Doctor Who with a bit more respect than I used to, which was really never. Oh, looks like some Doctor Who fans are not really happy with my statements, so this review is wrapped up. And now I'll bring this lesson to a close for the final total of 23 out of 25 claps. I know you want to get on with your summer vacation, so I won't keep you in this class much longer. The items really do speak for themselves in great detail. But you know what will really speak volumes? The reaction on your child's face when you get them any of the items reviewed in today's video for the upcoming back-to-school season in September. If you want to learn everything there is to know about bringing Hollywood to the classroom on a budget, a child's priceless smile is the best grade you'll ever earn. So good luck. And if you want to bring Hollywood home and to the classroom on a budget even more beyond September and beyond the fall and winter and spring seasons, definitely click the link in the description below to check out my Too Cool for School playlist for more celebrity inspiration for becoming the head of the class. In the meantime, thank you for joining me. From Newport Bean Park, in Jersey City, in New Jersey. As we slide down to broad horizons, I'll catch you on the flip side! Oh, listen to this when I get up from this slide. I am much too old for playgrounds.